Hello, friends. I am coming to you at the top of the episode with some big news. Now, just because of the nature of tabletop role-playing games and improv, I don't 100% know this, but based on where we think the story is going to go, there'll be another episode next week, 2 more episodes after that, and then in a month, in 4 weeks, is going to be the season 1 finale. Now, this doesn't mean that we're stopping the story at all. That's why I said season 1 finale. We intend to keep telling a story with these characters. But we're going to do a little something in the meantime. We're going to take a small break, not totally a break, and there'll still be content. Right now, we plan to have a single episode the following week after the season finale, focusing on a character and their adventures after the season 1 finale, leading into season 2. After that, we're going to do 2 sort of chat episodes. If you've seen something like Talking Dead, it's going to be a little bit like that. We're going to do 1 for the first half of the season and 1 for the second half of the season. And if you are a Patreon subscriber, we are going to send you a link. You can join us live. Ask us questions live, hang out with us. It's going to be a ton of fun. We'll also post in other places so other people who aren't able to ask live can ask questions as well too, and we might answer a few of them. But if you want to join us live, become a Patreon subscriber. After those 2 episodes, we're going to do something very fun, very special. We are going to play a short 4-week, 4-episode campaign using Brindlewood Bay, which is the best way to describe it is Golden Girls meets Murder Mystery meets Cthulhu Mythos. It's going to be very fun. They're all playing elderly women who investigate murders and start to uncover a darker, deeper side to all the murders they're investigating. We're going to actually introduce a new cast member with that as well too. It's going to be a ton of fun. So like I said, season 1 finale in 4 weeks, and then there'll be a single episode focusing on 1 character, and then 2 sort of talking episodes, chat episodes that Patreon subscribers can come live to. And then after that, there'll be 4 episodes of a Brindlewood Bay campaign. And then we might take a week or 2 off just with nothing. And then after that, we will jump right into season 2 of the Flying Bison podcast. We have been super blessed to have gone on this journey so far, and we love all of you guys. So thank you so much for listening to us, and we hope that you enjoy everything that comes after this. All right, see you later.
Air, water, earth, fire. For hundreds of years, the 4 nations have lived in harmony. The Avatar, master of all 4 elements, was always responsible for maintaining the peace. But Avatar Roku passed away 13 years ago. Now, the 4 nations look to the air nomads to reveal the next Avatar, but the world is met with silence. Rumors from the Earth Kingdom abound that the Fire Nation is planning an aggressive move into the Earth Kingdom. 5 young heroes were too late to save the Southern Air Temple, but they hold vital information that could save the Earth Kingdom and maybe even save the world. Previously on the Flying Bison podcast.
The Launcher Brothers and Ren Song reunite with Shoban at an underground fighting arena. Meanwhile, Leeko runs a questionable errand for Naozan Launcher.
Welcome to another episode of the Flying Bison podcast. We're here. It's episode 40, I think.
Whoa.
We're getting up there. I know.
That's a number. That feels like a number. Dang.
It's a number, yeah. It is.
It takes a while to count to 40.
It does take a while to count to 40.
Takes at least 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably not.
Roughly a 40 count.
It means that we're close to a year. We're moving up there. That's big. We're still a ways away, but it's coming. And I am not ready for it, but we got to do something big. I think that we should... Oh, what should we do? We should do something live.
Ooh.
Any ideas?
Anybody?
We each kill the melon.
Magic
king.
show.
A magic show. I like that. That's fun. That's nice.
Nick?
I just said we should each kill the melon king in our own little way.
Okay. Magic show, murder.
The Melon King.
Of the Melon King,
Of the
specifically.
Melon King. Yep. A lot of M's. A lot of M suggestions.
Let's keep
Gotta
that going.
Gotta keep the
Let's
theme
stay on
here.
Let's keep it
train.
going.
Yeah.
Masquerade. We can bring masks.
We could do a masquerade. That could be fun.
We could play masks.
That will help
in
us
masks.
when we kill someone.
Oh,
'Cause
we can-
then...
Oh, we could play masks.
Can we play masks?
Ooh.
You know, a murder mystery.
We could
I don't
playing
know if 1 year of
masks
Flying Bison should be
during a
celebrated by
masquerade.
playing a totally different game. Like, hey, to celebrate
Mary had
1
a
year,
little
we're
lamb.
just going to do something different.
All right, you got it there.
Danny, what was that?
We can all take turns performing Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Mary had a little lamb. Yeah. Monroe,
Monroe,
what was your
little
idea?
We do, like-
Monroe.
Monroe will be the center spotlight.
Just Monroe. That's it. No, we could do a meet and greet.
A meet and greet? We could.
Ooh, that's an M.
We
Sounds
could
fun.
blow up a motorboat.
We could.
What? Wait, did you just Google things that start with M? Are you just looking
Measles.
at a list of M words?
Most certainly I did not.
All
We
right.
could mow our lawns.
We could all
Malnutrition.
mow-
Oh,
Malnutrition. There we go. Love it.
We can
We'll
just
all
not eat.
sing. We'll all sing "Mary Had a Little Lamb" after a week of not eating food.
Can we at least sing like the Motown version of Mary Had a Little Lamb?
Absolutely, we can sing Motown.
All right, guys.
Mary
to celebrate
Had a Little Lamb.
to celebrate a year, we're gonna fast.
Oh,
I'm not going to be able to swing that, guys. I'm going to be honest with
Yeah. Yeah.
but you're the center, Monroe. You have to be there. All right.
We've
No,
got
I'll be there.
material.
I just want to be able to not eat for like a whole week.
Speaking of unnecessary content, we have a Patreon question. Someone is wondering. Oh, the Patreon question is not unnecessary content. We love your Patreon.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
question
come on, what
has
was
to
that
do
transition?
with content. The question has to do with content. Now that we have Avatar Studios, what do you want to see come out of Avatar Studios? I'm going to twist it a little bit, so keep that in mind. Let's say Avatar Studios approaches you and gives you unlimited money to produce something. What are you producing?
All right, I'm actually gonna answer seriously here. Like an actual good Avatar game. I don't know if Avatar Studios is probably just purely gonna focus on the watching sort of medium, but I would just love to see that.
You mean like a Mamorpeg or like what platform are you picturing?
I'm talking like a video game, like a Avatar action RPG. That would be so fun.
So there are 3 games in production right now at Avatar Studios.
Really? I
One's
didn't
an
know that.
MMORPG, one's an RPG, and I think the
Oh,
other is
yes.
a mobile game.
I didn't even know that.
That is
Mhm.
great.
Yep.
That's
news.
amazing. That is so good.
Not super excited for an MMO. I would also agree with Danny, the RPG thing. But also, fun fact, there's somebody who is creating a Avatar game.
A fan
That,
made.
it was a fan-made one. They were doing it in Dream, which is like a game-making game
I saw videos
for the
for that.
PlayStation. Yeah. They had to rebrand it because Avatar was getting a little mad. Because the game was getting more hype than their game projects were. But it's really cool. And it's something to check out all the time.
I'd say I was gonna say a video game as well, but if to add more options, I would say probably more shows, but that don't just focus on Aang. That kind of include other stories like stuff like us, from that's also canon that we can kind of explore from like the early times or later and stuff like that. That'd be cool. But like have it be like live action too.
Ooh, okay, live action. All right. Okay.
Or theme park.
Ooh, now that's an idea. An Avatar theme
park.
That's that I would go
A
to
penguin
that.
sledding, penguin sledding like water ride.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
You can ride like giant dangerous slabs down the chutes.
Yeah.
You know what would be crazy if they made
What would be crazy?
a TTRPG in the world of Avatar.
That would be wild.
Oh yeah, like VR.
What would you? Hey, Danny, what would you call such a crazy
Yeah.
game like that?
The Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition.
I love it. Except we have to take that out now so we don't get sued.
Can you just
How
leave
about
it?
you just take Dungeons Dragons? Is that okay? What if you beat
No, we have to
In
beat that.
between Dungeons and Dragons.
What could be this word? Dungeons Dragons. Sorry, I'm really tired.
I was gonna say Dungeons und Dragons.
Yeah, this is okay, yeah.
Yeah, Dungeons und Dragons.
I think so.
Not and
Und. Yeah, because no one uses English and German mashed up. That can't be copyrighted. Dungeons und Dragons is ours.
Dragons und Dragons.
Can we copyright that?
Oh my gosh. What were we even talking about?
We're talking about
you-
Avatar stuff that should be
Talking
made by
about
Avatar
Avatar stuff.
Studios.
Oh yeah.
I want an Avatar. First of all, I want like an Avatar like version of Budokai Tenkaichi. So like just a straight fighting game,
Gesundheit.
person be
Surprised that you said
person,
Did not expect you.
person like just like
Budokai.
1v1, whatever that's called, that style where it's like what is
Yeah,
that?
it's
What
just
is that
fighter.
game style? Yeah,
Fighting game.
fighter, just a 1v1 fighting game. I just think that we have enough material and there's like enough beautiful fighting styles to make it visually amazing.
Yeah,
And there's
absolutely.
enough characters to work with, in my opinion, especially if you pull from like the wider comics and stuff. It could be really cool.
Absolutely.
Could be fun.
Yeah. That's a really good idea.
Really fun.
There's another fan-made game I've seen. It's a pro bending video game, and that would actually be super fun. I feel like
An Avatar merge game on the phone. Merge
Sorry.
4 nations.
No, you don't.
You've never seen
It's-
those, like the ads, like
Don't-
merge
no,
mansions.
stop. It's fine. Danny, enough.
Just gonna cut Danny
not
out of this
doing
entire episode.
Yeah, no. You don't get an opinion anymore. Sorry, buddy.
Wait, just trust me. You've never heard of merge mansions.
Wow.
no.
It's literally like a matching game, and then you merge things, and they transform into something.
Oh,
else.
it's just match 3. Why are you calling it
Merge.
merge?
because that's.
There's a
it's
specific
more about
game that's the
merging.
name of the game.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the name of the type of game. Anyways, I think they should do an anthology series because anthology series have been working out to breathe some
yeah.
life
anthologies
into.
Oh.
Yeah.
Feel like different like design and like artist teams for each
Yes.
Yeah.
episode.
Mhm.
Just give them the IP and be like, do whatever you want for an entire
That would
episode.
be so good.
that'd be good.
It's worked out
Yeah.
so well for several things that, names not stated here, have been kind of dying, and the anthology really helped them out. So, something like that here would be good.
Dude, I'm getting so excited for Avatar Studios, man. This is
I know. Do something already.
me.
It's that
They're
meme
working
where
on it.
you're poking and you're like, "Come on, do something."
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I was like, huh?
Well, you two,
Yeah,
Danny.
Danny, come on.
I am a little disappointed. None of you said that you wanted Avatar Studios to hire us to do this full time.
I said anthology series, so we could have gotten an episode. I'm
Could
just
be.
saying.
I want to be the first official Avatar Studios podcast.
Yes.
That would obviously
That'd
be
be cool.
amazing.
Be dope. Because think of have you listened to any of the Marvel podcasts?
There are Marvel podcasts.
Yeah, they're so good.
Oh.
They're actually really good. They're they're pre-written scripted stories, but they're it's I think Old Man Logan is one.
Oh,
Old Man Hawkeye is another. They're really good. They're fun.
it's all the old.
Star-Lord.
old
I'd love
Star
to
Wars.
see this as a show, like live action.
Yeah.
Without the
Yeah,
gameplay
let's
stuff.
do
I
it.
I'd love to
pictured
see
that.
that.
And there's so
Yeah.
many cool moments.
Mhm.
I want to see a show from a previous era with a yet unknown avatar who is trying and failing at every turn. Like, not like Aang, who just runs away, but an avatar who is just an abject failure at every turn.
That would be interesting.
Who just sucks at being the avatar and how the world kind of deals with that.
I saw an idea today. I don't remember who posted it, but the idea was the next series would follow the earthbending avatar, and the entire series is just pregnant firebending women trying to kill the earthbending avatar so that their baby might become the next firebending avatar. And that's the whole series. That's it.
I love it. I love it. Fire in the belly. Know what I'm saying?
He just has to like work around defending himself while not hurting all these pregnant women.
Exactly. It writes itself. Well, speaking of stuff that does not write itself, tabletop role-playing games do not write themselves because we're improving most of this stuff.
We're not writing anything.
We're not writing anything. I mean, I write some things, to be fair.
Well, like notes, yeah.
That's notes. Sometimes I write dialogue here and there, but...
Justin hasn't let me improv at all. Everything Showbon says is scripted.
Specifically said Johnny. I was like, Johnny, shut up.
We don't trust Johnny.
Shut up, Johnny.
Yeah.
The script is really long because it's every possible conversation.
We cut out every time Justin flames Johnny throughout the episodes. It gets very awkward.
It's been weird, though. I don't know how he knew you guys were going to say some of the stuff that you said, but he did. He called it.
I'm not good of a GM.
Justin isn't.
Well, it's a pretty chaotic thing that we're about to start right now. And I've been holding off on this. You guys ready to see the map I made for this? I made a map because there's a lot going on.
I'm strangely nervous.
You should be.
We'll be fine, right? We're only fighting a couple of things.
Only a couple of things. Just a couple of things. There's a lot happening.
This is great. Wow.
What do you see here?
Danger.
Danger and death. All right, let me paint a
seating.
Ample seating. There's a lot of seating. Let me paint a little word picture here for you. All right, we got your standard oval shaped arena. All right, but in the middle of the arena is a raised platform, and that platform is an entire pool. It's filled. It's probably like 30 feet up in the air. It's big. Inside of that pool, which you do not see on this map because if I added it, it would cover up so much. Inside of the pool are two giant unagi swimming around. There are wooden poles throughout the pool that you can stand on in order to get from one side of the pool to the other side of the pool. At each of the cardinal directions is a platform. And I know what you're saying. You're saying those look like just wooden beams. And you know what? They are just wooden beams. That's all you have to stand on the corners. But running around each of those little areas is a boar-q-pine. A very enraged, foaming at the mouth boar-q-pine. So there are 4 boar-q-pines. Rabid boar-q-pines on each of the 4 cardinal sections to stand on. In the center of the pool is the ball. Now you may be thinking, Justin, if that's it, that can't be that bad. That is not it. Because on the ground, a number of little pipes came up onto the ground, and now the ground is on fire. Not all of it, but you gotta move around the fire. And at this point, you're like, what more? What more could be happening? 6 buzzard wasp swarms. 2 on each side of the arena, 2 floating above the pool.
Ooh, am I glad I'm not with the guys for this one.
But wait.
But wait, there's more, because that I just described is the standard game that they play in this sporting arena. But you have caught the eye of Bunah. And Bunah has released a dragon into the arena. Now, the rules of the game are simple. Get the ball into the other team's hoops. The other team has 2 hoops. There is the one at the top of the pool, guarded by a rabid boar-q-pine. There's a second hoop on the ground on the other side of the arena, If you can get it into that, is worth 2 points. The ball starts on that center post in the pool.
Okay.
It's a very simple. All you gotta do, get the ball, get into the other team's.
That's all we gotta do.
So easy. The first person to score a point wins. Or the team that knocks out the other team is the winner. All right? Any questions?
Has there
before we let the
been an
chaos
announcement
happen?
regarding what the dragon is even supposed to do? Is it just like, eat them all? Just eat them. If nobody wins, it's great. like, what's the, is there anything else to know? Or is it just like, oh, there's a dragon. Let's see what it does.
Dragon's just a spectator.
The dragon just chilling out. Yeah, I'll watch
the
this.
dragon's-
Thanks for inviting me.
He's got a big bag of popcorn. Steve,
Sure.
Can I ask a question back to you? If you saw a dragon in a caged arena like this, what would you expect the dragon?
The dragon would be so smart that it would be like, oh, I'm finally free, and it would just leave this arena.
I mean, it is a giant cage
That's right.
around
Yeah,
this
we're
entire
covered
area.
still. All right. Well, I guess.
Yes. So the original cage was just over the pool area, and then it was raised and lowered over the whole thing so that
It's a
the
bummer
dragon could
for
not
the
get out.
dragon. And for us, by extension.
It is.
Okay,
it's a
in
bummer
that
for the
case, I
dragon.
guess the dragon would do
Yeah.
whatever the dragon was told to do. And I don't know. I think I'd expect it to cause problems.
That seems like a fair and astute
I
assumption
have two
about what
quick
that
questions.
dragon's going to be doing.
First,
Okay.
are you just trying to end this podcast? Are you just trying to kill us or something? Are you just? Is this what this is? Do you just not like these four
What?
characters?
Plot twist, he's trying to make this a Leeko podcast, so he's trying to eliminate all you guys.
Oh, not just a Leeko, it's the only Leeko podcast.
It's like the four of you have to try
there
again.
you go.
Johnny, this is try number 3. All right. Get it right.
Second actual question. So you say the ground's afire. It looks like that there are like some flame like geysers coming
Yes.
up. Is that the case, or is like the entire ground just on fire?
No, you can navigate around the.
No,
Okay.
you can navigate around them. So all those little sections there are what is on fire. Correct. Yep. They're like little like pipes came out of the ground, and
It's
those.
funny, I
shot
was
up
thinking
fire.
last week when you mentioned that, I was like, oh, if I was in M. Night Shyamalan's Last Airbender event, I would be like, oh, this is great. I have so many resources to use my firebending. But that doesn't matter because I could have done that anyways. But
It does not matter. Now we are going to do exchanges for this. I was going back and forth all week. I was like, do we do exchanges? Do we just do it with the basic moves? Do I come up with a whole new system for
Roll for initiative.
doing like a sports game? And I played around with a couple systems, not systems, but a couple like extra rules, but nothing that I was like, I think that'll work. So, eventually, maybe there's going to be a Republic City supplement, and I'm sure there'll be pro bending rules in there. Until that comes out, we could adapt to something like this. But for now, we're just going to do exchanges. Last thing, and maybe the most important thing, you are all not on the same team. Because Ren and the two Launcher brothers are on one team, and on the other side of the arena is Shoban, an old man with a wrist rocket launcher, or a wrist hand cannon. I know, and I said rocket launcher, that would be crazy. A wrist hand cannon. A wrist hand cannon. Named Spleen. And next to him is a young man who is wearing what did I even say? What animal did I even say? I don't even remember.
Armadillo something.
yeah, with a horn. Yeah.
Oh, it was an armadillo horse, yes. He's wearing armadillo horse attire. And obviously, everyone knows armadillo horses have a horn. I don't know why it's the Avatar universe. Don't come at me. I'm just telling you what's there. And his name is The Kid. So Sho is on The Kid and Spleen's team.
I've been named for my second least functional organ.
I had mine taken out.
The only
a few
reason his
years
name
ago.
is the spleen is because
Yeah, it's-
he all the time he just says, the spleen.
No,
He
not
just
the
says,
spleen.
my spleen.
Just spleen. Just spleen.
That's like his catchphrase.
Oh, my spleen!
That's his catchphrase because he's disheveled.
There's a snake in my boot. Oh, my spleen.
Oh, my spleen!
All right.
All right, that's enough. It's time.
Oh my
It's
God.
time to see what madness we have
haven't done like a full
wrought.
fledged like exchange in a while.
We have not. Now, I will say, too, I am not going to be doing something for each of the animals. I will just have them react on misses and those things. Because if I was, that would be way too
Okay.
much to keep track of. So, exchange
Can
number...
we real quick just like
no.
zoom in on the characters for like a snappy piece of dialogue?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. As this dragon is unleashed and you see the ball dropped onto the center pillar, what is going through your mind? What do you
And
say
just
to each
mumbles
other?
to the Launcher Brothers. Well, this tells us what sort of person Bunah is.
Does it?
He's bored.
Oh,
Hey guys, I saw a pretty cool looking barbecue place on the way here. You wanna go there after this?
Rosic, what, do you know how to deal with a fire-breathing dragon? I assume it's fire-breathing. We know
that's
this-
red.
It's red. It must breathe fire.
If it was black, it would breathe acid. If it was blue, it'd probably
Okay,
breathe
wait,
lightning.
you're getting
so-
dangerously close. All right.
That's proprietary. Dungeons und Dragons.
Don't you dare.
Okay, sorry.
It's funny if you say the whole thing. in a
Dungeons
German.
und Dragons.
Dungeons
Yeah.
I don't
und
think
Dragons.
I just feel bad for our German listeners. Okay.
We apologize.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
So-
please forgive us.
Okay, here's what we do. I'm going to try to crystal bend the ball, like shoot a crystal at the ball, and knock it just towards their side, and then you guys should just sprint around the sides and try to make it into their
Just make sure it doesn't land in the water, because that would just
big hole.
surface a number of problems.
Yeah, but we'll just let them get it at that point.
Okay.
Remember,
Oh.
3, 2,
Okay.
1. What
Defend and
approaches
maneuver.
are you all taking?
advance and attack.
Now, Nick, I must make sure you understand that the pool is well raised above the ground. You do not have sight of the ball
Makes sense.
to shoot
I
a
will
crystal at it.
change mine. Defend and maneuver.
I'm going to defend and
Defend and
maneuver
maneuver.
for seize a position.
Also sees a position.
Okay, Ren? Okay. Everybody is defending and maneuvering.
Maneuver.
Maneuvering. Maneuvering. Show, I'm gonna let you go first as the sole PC on
So
one side.
Shoban just kind of wordlessly puts himself into a defensive stance, and sand starts coming up from the arena floor and just covering his entire body. So within moments, he's covered head to toe in sand. So he looks almost like a statue made of sand in the shape of Shoban. And I'm using my earth armor technique.
Now,
I can.
you give me a focus roll
5.
first? 'Tis a miss. So you can still do that.
Yes.
Is it? It's mastered, right?
I think maybe.
ooh.
Actually, that one might
Let
be
me
only
just double
learned.
check. I think you can only do a basic. You can only do a basic move. when
Dang.
you
Okay.
Shift.
So I'll just ready myself.
Sure.
I get in that stance without the
Oh,
sand.
you
So there.
Maybe you start. You get in the stance, and the stance starts to swirl a little bit and move.
Yeah.
Start snaking its way towards you. Why don't you mark? Why
Okay.
don't you mark prepared? Ren or the launchers? Give me something good. Give me something
Let's
tasty.
go to Che first.
But whoever goes first, roll with focus.
Hit.
Okay. One basic or mastered technique.
I will just seize a position then. Can I move up to the edge?
Where you going? How you get?
Pool?
You could launch yourself up there, sure.
Launcher.
Absolutely. You launcher yourself up there. And as soon as you do, you hear as this rabbit foaming at the mouth boar-q-pine starts speeding towards you.
I was not expecting
That's because this is not what I wanted to do.
Ren or Rosic?
I'm gonna embrace my neutral Jing and let Ren go first.
That was so gentle and beautiful. In accordance with Che's plan, Ren starts dashing and yells to Rosic, "You take the left side. I'll take the right."
Oh, how generous
Like,
of you! Rosic
sprinting
gestures to
and-
the dragon on the left side.
What, do you want to switch? Oh, it's too late. And then just keeps running.
It's like, oh, he's a firebender. He can deal with dragons.
Yeah, just bend the fire around yourself into a little, little bubble. I don't
Little
know what
house.
you do. Yeah, make a little house and take a nap in it.
Make an egg. Make the dragon think you're its baby.
There you go.
All right, where
Sprinting
you
alongside
Where you headed?
the base of the pool and dodging the fires. Ren is just diving roll over each flame and pipe towards, unfortunately, the...
Buzzard
what are they
wasp.
called? Towards the buzzard
Buzzard
wasp.
wasp swarm. I think you can get pretty close to that buzzard wasp too. These animals are more obstacles than people that are going to go in the exchange. You gotta get around them somehow. Rosic, give me a... Oh, wait, you didn't roll either.
What do you want? What do you want from me? What do you want?
I'll keep forgetting.
It's been approximately
I
30
rolled.
episodes
To
since we
roll
had an
focus.
exchange.
What's
been a
a
That's
focus?
True. That's true.
What the
All right.
focus?
All right, here we go. A miss. 6.
That's a miss. So you're going to have to shift one of your principles up and the other one down. And you can use a basic move to seize that position. What principle are you moving towards? In fact, I think you have to move
Okay,
away
so
from
I'm
your
already
center.
slightly away from my center, towards forgiveness. So I need to
Yeah, so you
become
gotta
more
keep
forgiving.
going.
Yeah, forgive the buzzard wasps.
I'm about to, yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
Ren's already
I was gonna say
shown a,
narratively I should move in the other direction.
A great
Unfortunately, you do have to move away
Yeah.
from your center.
All right,
though.
well,
So,
whatever this means.
let's think about it. Because here's the thing. Think about it this way, right? Like once you go past that +3, you've indulged in that principle to a level
Sure.
that's unhealthy. So as you start getting closer to that moment, what does shifting this principle towards forgiveness?
Might look like being too lax. Like a general open-handedness that, yeah, this will work out, which might be unhelpful for the dragon situation.
Maybe you're still kind of riding that high of the
Yeah,
reconciliation
that
between
and the
like,
wisdom
Che
I
and
just
Sho,
got from my mentor, which
right?
cleared my my feelings of just being troubled. Such a troubled child.
All right,
That's an
Rosic,
11, sir.
give me a focus roll.
So Rosic just summons a flame shield in either arm, and he's going to use his defend and maneuver flame shield technique.
Okay. I need you to mark fatigue. And that flame shield becomes a practiced technique now. Because you've successfully
Nice.
done it in combat now. And I picture him
Yeah.
with like two
No,
tower flame shields. Like one in each arm. He's like have you seen the Dragon Prince?
His
The Dragon Prince. It's great.
Is that on
It's
Netflix?
very
Oh, yeah.
Avatar-esque.
No.
It's on Netflix. It's really, really, really good. But one of the characters fights with a tower shield, and
I'm
They're
dual
super
wielding
cool.
tower
So-
shields.
I picture Rozak with 2 tower shields. All right, you've got your flame shields up, ready to defend yourself from whatever comes your way. What is coming your way? Not much right now, because it is the kid and Spleen's turn. Show, you have just gotten done, like you're starting to build the stand up, and you look to your right, and you see the Spleen start to run forward and like point his hand at the ground, and an explosion shoots him, and he lands up on top
What? That is absurd.
of the pool.
Whoa.
Go spleen.
And the kid goes, "I'm gonna go get the dragon," and just starts booking it towards the dragon.
Okay. Good luck.
It is time for another exchange. Let's keep it
That's
snappy and moving.
Stand in the same zone.
Defending and maneuvering again.
What are the rest of you doing?
I think retaliate.
Ren?
So defend and maneuver.
Okay. Show.
Got an 8.
I'll let you go first again. One basic or
Alright.
mastered technique.
Okay, so Shoban is going to seize a position, so he's gonna sprint up to the wall and with one of his like basically kind of like jam one of his fists into the wall and just like have the earth kind of like pull him up to the top. And then when he gets to the top, he'll pull himself all the way up.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's like an elevator. Ren or Rozak?
I will
you
embrace
got?
my neutral Jing and let Ren go first.
Stop it. Okay. So Ren has the Naginata out, nothing else, weapon-wise, and just starts spinning it overhead,
Of course.
just weaving and twirling as fast as possible to create some attempt at a barrier in case one of these buzzard wasps dives down.
Well, first, why don't you
Fine.
give me a roll first?
10.
We are still
Full
playing a
hit.
game. Okay. So, 2
Okay.
basic or
And
mastered
then,
techniques.
just to clarify, just my only options for mastered would be twin weapon sweep.
Correct. So, either one of the other basic defend and maneuvers or
I mean, I'd
weapon
like to
sweep.
choose it. I just don't. It's kind of reactive, you know. Like are the buzzard wasps even in range yet? Can I hold on to
100%.
this? Because I
Yep.
really just want to see if they dive down into my spinning Naginata. Ugh.
You cannot.
Well, for the sake of the narrative, I think that's just what Renner would do. So,
Okay.
Yep.
Is just use the one. Okay.
Not even
All right.
ready.
All right. I'm not going to tell you.
nope, not going to mark
I was
fatigue.
gonna, yeah, you could ready. All right. Okay. I respect that. Hey, Steve.
Thanks.
I respect
Thanks. It's about time. This is the first time.
you. I respect that.
Hey, Steve,
It's
I
been
respect
years.
you.
It's been years. I've just been waiting for you to tell me that.
All right, so
Rozak, come on. Stop pushing off other people and act.
I'm embracing
Dang it.
the way of an earthbender, the way I was taught. Rozak will roll
All
with
right, roll
focus.
with focus.
An 11.
So now, if you want to, you could do your flame shields again, but no, you're on fatigue.
So Rozak, standing on the corner of this hoop, which is what we're calling them, will look at the geysers and see how they're kind of spurting in a sort of, timed rhythm, and look at one in between him and the corner of the wall surrounding the pool. And before it goes off, he's going to jump over it and kind of tuck himself behind and over his flame shields and sort of use the geyser as it launches up at him. It hits his flame shield and he uses it to boost himself onto the corner of this wall that sees a position.
At the
And
pool,
then-
the pool's edge.
And then he's going to launch a fireball at Che.
He's the edge.
No.
it's not.
I love it. Hey, Danny.
Yeah.
Danny, Nice job with that. Real
Yeah, no, I noticed I saw
narrative
some
fighting
a
description.
better opportunity for a cooler season position.
That was some good stuff.
For
That's some
my
good stuff.
second move, I will. I'm reading Firewall. It seems like Firewall is only someone close to me. I'm going to retaliate. So he sort of just readies himself for any blows that may come from anything. He's Rozak's terrified.
Okay. I have not been doing this, but I should have been doing this. And now I will start. On the miss. Normally I don't take GM moves when there is a miss in exchanges. In this game, in this sports ball game,
Sports
I will
ball.
be taking GM moves when you miss. Sports ball. TN. Trademark. Spleen quickly loads his wrist cannon again and points it at the boar-q-pine and says, "All right, you go for the ball now, you hear?" And he will shoot a pellet at the boar-q-pine to give it a condition, basically to stun it momentarily, allowing Sho the opportunity to go at the
These
ball.
people are so proficient.
Next. They are. They're professionals. Advancing and attacking. Che, my friend, give me a passion roll. A 7. Give me one basic or mastered technique.
Could I I don't know if I chose the right stance. Could I try to lift, send out some earth or crystal or whatever to try to lift the ball up? I don't know if that would be a strike. It's not really a strike. I guess I'm kind of changing something about the environment, so it's kind of a smash.
What is your intent?
Knock the ball over to their side. Beyond the pool. Conversely,
Okay.
I could also do a fireball barrage, which for me... and just blow everything up.
Explode the ball.
Do it.
Do it.
I'll give you this. How about this? I'll let you use smash to smash the pillar, sending the ball flying. It's not going to fly over the edge. It'll fly... Well, we're in kind of bullet time now, right? So, it's flying towards that edge of the pool. If it lands in the water, Hooper wins.
Chase smash.
Chase smash. And mark 1 fatigue. That's it. It's my turn.
Mark of fatigue. And I'll say that, I'll say that inspires you. So you can mark inspired. The kid, Sho, you just see the kid, he's got these, rock gloves, and he's just jumped up into the air, and he's just trying to, hit these buzzard wasps in the air with his fists. And he's taking out a bunch of them, and they're starting to buzz
Did
away.
he steal those when he infiltrated the Dai or something?
No, they're not like Dai Li gloves. They're way cruder. There's just a bunch of spikes coming out of them, almost
Brass knuckles.
what are they called? Knuckle
Knuckle
brass
dusters.
knuckles. They're earth brass knuckles. Knuckle dusters. That's what I was thinking of. All right. The ball is sailing through the air. It's a very important next exchange.
The crowd
It could be the
gasps.
end. Could not be the end. We'll have to find out. The crowd gasps. The scene sort of fades as we listen to the crowd gasping. And we come up on a dragon otter flying in the sky. Thanks for your patience, Monroe.
I'm still here. I'm just taking notes, future stuff.
I understand.
Oh no, it's fine.
I had to get
It's
done
fine.
with
Me some time to
these knuckleheads over
do
here.
stuff. But yeah, for anyone who's new to this stuff, playing role-playing games, I found that taking notes of what you want to do in the future and also things that happened in the past kind of really help.
I love note takers.
Just to kind of fill in time.
Are the best players.
Or we just have anxiety.
Or that is also true as well. Yes. Yeah, sometimes they go hand in hand.
Whenever something happens, I just take notes on the exact opposite, and it really throws me off. It keeps me on my feet.
Leeko has been with the group the entire time.
Exactly.
Maybe she has. Never know with that girl.
And I think we should set it as you and San Fen are flying back towards Lake Laogai. Mainly for the reason is because and you know what? Honestly, if you want to be like, nah, I don't want to reveal my plan yet, that's fine. If you think that there is something that San Fen needs to know before you get there, I'll leave it up to you. We can play out that scene, or you can just text me. If there's nothing, then we can just cut to you arriving at Lake Laogai.
Yeah, we can just cut to her arriving, I think.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. You start circling back around Lake Laogai and land near that secret tunnel. Secret tunnel that goes all the way down under Lake Laogai, where all the Daili are. And San Fen's, you turn around and she looks nervous. Are you sure?
About what?
I don't know. I haven't seen Mao Zhao in years, and promise me I'll be safe.
I can't promise you that you'll be safe. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a liar. But I can promise you that I will do what I can to make sure that you're okay. But my priority right now is not you. That's the best I can give you.
Why don't you plead with San Fen?
Miss. I don't think I've ever had to roll a plead before.
You rolled one at the end of last session to convince her to go with you.
Did I? Right over my head. Okay.
I just scrolled up on our chat history and saw it. But I think enough has changed in the scenario. You know, seeing this like ominous tunnel under Lake Laogai is enough to give anyone pause. Not a miss. San Fen looks at you, Leeko. I know exactly what is going through your head right now. I see in your eyes the exact same thoughts going through mine when I decided to try and take my boys away from Mao Zhao. You know what matters to you, and that's all that matters. Take it from someone who sought that, ended up losing it all. Or that you only look out for yourself. Sometimes you lose yourself.
Leeko takes a moment, tries to say something, but just decides to turn around and continue walking down the tunnel. And as she does that, she says, "Let's go."
And you hear footsteps plodding behind you. Eventually you get down to the bottom of Lake Laogai. Do you have, is there a ruse happening? Or do you have San Fen, like, cuffed, or you just kind of, like, walking her down the...
No, I trust her.
San Fen's just following you as you walk, and you can hear, even before you get there, you hear anger and violence and shouting coming from that middle room with the table. It's like chairs are being thrown. Get it together! Come on! And you walk in, and Mao Zhao has just like thrown a chair against a wall. And he turns around and sees both you. And anger just drains from his face. Son, I didn't expect to see you here. I mean, I sent Leeko to get you, but... Whoa. What am I doing here, Mao Zhao? Nah. There'll be time for that later. Leeko, show her to her room. Get her some food.
So, alright, Leeko just nods and then motions her to follow her and takes her to a room.
What was that about? Do you know?
Oh. You probably know more than I do.
It was typical Naozao.
You should rest. I don't know what he's gonna do. And Leeko leaves.
Maybe the camera follows you, and the camera then pans back, and San Fen's just sitting on like a bed. That makes two of us. And where does Leeko go back to the room after that?
No. Leeko goes to visit Rue. And when I get to Rue, I start petting her. We don't talk much these days. We just kind of exist together. There's not really much to talk about, but we're still there. So it's just a lot of combing through her fur, a lot of hugging, just chilling. And that's what we're doing right now.
Rue's sort of stable is like outside of Lake Laogai. And there are a few other animals around. And you hear there are a couple other like Daily agents. And you hear a couple of them talking about it sounds like they're talking about some sort of like sports event or something. Just like, oh man, did you hear? Bunah's gonna get a dragon.
I just keep listening.
They keep like talking. The other one's like, oh yeah, I heard some schmucks were trying to get an audience with him. It's just some, I don't know, two brothers and I don't know, some other person. They just came in from out of town and expected to get an audience with Bunah. Oh man, that dragon is gonna burn him to a crisp.
Rue and I look at each other. We know exactly what you're talking about. So this might be something I might have to roll. How easy would it be for me to leave without anyone noticing I'm gone?
I think that... Well, tell me what you want to do. There are two other Dai Li agents who are tending to other animals as well. So if you can find some way to get past them, or if you want to wait for another opportunity.
I can't hurt them or drug them in any way, otherwise it will risk my position here with Naozao. So I'm going to have to wait for another opportunity at this point.
Where does Leeko just stay up there?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until they're gone.
Okay. Okay, you can just wait. Eventually there's a moment. It's maybe like 40 minutes later, an hour later. There's a changing of these guards. So these two leave, and there's a moment where no one else is up there for a moment, so you can get away. But it's 40 minutes later.
So at this point, I have like my whole getup, my new getup. They probably wouldn't even recognize me. My friends wouldn't recognize me if they saw me. And I just, climb on Rue. And I have every intention to just be back real quick. But I'm going to visit the arena.
The ball is sailing. Leeko, you get on Rue and start flying away. When we cut back, the ball is like slow motion, sailing through the air. And it's time for another exchange. Who's doing what? Come on, give it to me.
I'm defending and maneuvering.
I'm going to advance and attack again.
Defend and maneuver.
I have a question that I don't think that you covered, or I missed it when you covered it. But how does this is just because I'm trying to decide what maneuver or what position to take. Yeah. How do the techniques and everything in terms of what would normally apply to a foe? How does that connect to, and even our statuses and stuff? How does that apply to the ball?
It is a great question. Let's play around with it. Depending on what you want to do, like if you're hitting the ball, you're hitting the ball in a direction.
Right.
Just
I
like
guess what I'm
Shaden.
asking is because I'm prepared from taking ready.
Mhm.
And so if I wanted to take, let's say, evade and observe, and do something that does not apply to the ball, would my prepared status help me to still be able to stop the ball from going into our goal
Absolutely.
when that time comes?
Totally.
Okay.
Absolutely, totally.
Cool. Then I'm going to take evade and observe.
And what did you say you were doing, Ren?
Evade and observe.
Evade and observe. Okay. We got the spread this time. Rozak, give me a focus roll.
Oh, I will give you a focus roll. It's a 9 for a hit.
Alright, so give me a single basic or master technique.
Oh, will I give you one of those? I'm gonna seize a position just to keep running along the pool wall on how far I can get.
You can probably get to the next little... I'll say you can get to the other side.
Cool. So I'm on the southwestern side.
Southwestern side of the pool. The kid just starts screaming and running at the dragon. Oh, I'm gonna get you!
He's gonna die.
Che, give me a passion roll.
Okay. Hey, full hit.
Hey,
No, you cool stuff.
you can make encase and crystal practiced.
I feel like I
I
have
want to do that. Come
Encase
on.
the ball in
I really
crystals
do.
so it just drops into the water.
It's eaten by the night.
It's eaten by the unagi.
I actually want to do it. Do you think what kind of range do you think I got in encasing crystal?
That is the question, isn't it? What do you think? That looks maybe a little far to me if you're trying to hit.
Yeah, if I'm trying to hit like across the pool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just do the boar then, so I don't get impaled here.
On Foundry, it's 23 units measured in something.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was wondering how many units it was.
Yeah. That could be meters, feet, miles. 23 miles across.
Let's just stick with units. I like that.
All right, units.
An ephah of barley.
Anyways, I'm going to mark 2 fatigue to use my special master technique that Justin made for me, called Encase of Crystal. This is a crystal bending move. I was just learned. Now to be practiced. But yeah,
Mark
mark 2
fatigue.
fatigue. Oh,
Mark
2 fatigue.
1 fatigue to use the learned technique.
That's what it is.
Yep.
Mark 3 fatigue. To expand the crystal and giving them the target condition. If the target shows advanced attack stance move, you can spend additional fatigue to give them doomed. I don't think that'll work with these sort of obstacles, but that is the subsequent effect of Case of Crystal. So, Che takes one of his crystals out of his sleeves, kind of throws it almost like a kunai at the boar across the way, which has probably been prowling towards him. And it like bursts as it's about to reach, like the crystal bursts as it's about to reach the boar, and then all of the individual shards wrap around and start to grow really fast around the boar and start to encase it in crystal. It gains the trapped condition.
It does. It does gain the trapped condition. The boar is now no longer an issue.
Sick.
Spleen is going to advance and attack. And Spleen will just he'll load another bullet into his wrist cannon, and he'll shoot out from the feet from under the boar-q-pine, and it falls into the water, and you see the giant unagis swarm around it.
Oh no!
You do not see a boar-q-pine.
No boar-q-pine were harmed in the making of this production.
Except for that one.
Except for that one.
Except for that one. Sho or Ren, give me a creativity or harmony roll.
Go ahead, man.
Okay, why?
Because he's embracing his
'Cause
neutral
I'm
jing
being-
and letting you go
Yes,
first.
embracing my neutral jing.
'Cause he's an earth
No, I'm
bender as
asking
well.
Justin, because shouldn't I roll focus?
You're,
Oh,
no, it's,
because you're.
Oh, are you
using-
defending maneuver?
I thought,
Yeah.
no, I thought you were evading him as a
I thought you said.
You said evade and observe.
You did. I specifically asked you.
Shoot. All right. My bad. I need to think about what I'm doing because I totally planned the wrong thing. So if you want to go.
Okay,
no.
I'll go then.
That is a 6 from Johnny. Johnny, I need you to shift your principles.
Okay. Does it have to be away from center?
It has to be away from center. You can use one basic fighting technique.
Okay. I am going to use bolster or hinder. And I want to do something a little bit odd, but really specific.
Okay.
So I'm hoping basically Sho gets into like a fighting stance and looks all the way across the pool at Che now and kind of gives him a look that he hopes no one else notices, but that Che gets. And then he's going to, so Sho has a couple of those crystals from under Bumi's palace that he had taken. And he knows that Che has a finite number of them. And so he's going to try and make it look like he's trying to hurt Che now and basically like shoot them across the water at Che. And at the last second, like pull them so that Che can kind of just get them. And I'm trying to aid him while making it look for the show like I'm trying to hurt him.
Hey, I see what you did there.
Okay. Okay. How to resolve that? Oh, let's do this. At the end of this exchange,
Che will
we
die.
will have Che would cease to go as the shard of crystal just enlodges itself in his head. He just topples into the water.
Unagi eats the body.
We'll have at the end of the exchange, sort of in between exchanges, I'm going to have you roll a trick.
Okay.
And we'll have Che roll a push your luck
Okay.
to get the crystals. And if I don't want to not punish, but I want to like give you something now because you're doing a fighting technique. Che, you seeing the look makes you prepare. So you know that Sho is going to fling these crystals at you.
Cool.
Does that meet everyone's approval? Seem like we got a bang for our buck in that exchange?
Thumbs up
Good?
from me.
Okay. Ren, what you got for me?
There's no way to retcon and do defendant maneuver because I literally can't think of anything to justify any of these stupid evade and observe moves right now.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
Steve,
Leave the scene. Disengage.
I'll make you an offer.
Okay.
You can hand in all that respect I gave you in the middle of the episode,
Solid.
and I'll let you do defendant maneuver.
All right, I'll give it back. Give it back. All right.
Okay. I
I'll
no
earn it later. I
longer respect
promise.
you.
I will please you, Justin.
But now,
My
but
GM.
now that gives, no, Steve, that gives you another chance to receive respect from Justin again.
That's you're making this sound
Sure.
really
The
gaslighting.
fine print that Steve didn't read is that Justin will never respect him.
But I will always keep fighting for it in vain.
It's going to be really
All right.
sad for the rest of us to watch. But yeah.
Listeners, if you're caught in a relationship that feels like this dynamic, please
Oh
reach out
my
for help. Back to our regularly scheduled programs.
Hey, Steve, why don't you roll a
But-
focus?
Better help.
Focus for me.
Okay.
Not a sponsor.
BetterHelp, if you do want to sponsor us, we're more than happily.
All right. Rolling focus.
What did I
That's-
just say?
There's a miss. There's a miss.
You just lost Daddy's
Four.
respect too.
That is a miss, so you need to push yourself even more towards forgiveness.
Wow, I'm
Wait,
feeling so lax
what
as
are
I
you at
fight
right
against
now?
all these terrible odds. I'm fully extended now. I'm +3 forgiveness.
3? Oh my
You are.
gosh.
So if you go one more,
Well, you don't have to, right? You can choose to not take a move, or do you have to?
I guess you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to.
Okay. That makes it really easy to be taken out of the scene.
If I don't shift, what do I do?
Nothing.
You just sit there.
You just don't take a
Sit
move.
there.
It's like you took invade and observe anyway.
I did say that on misses, I would do some GM moves.
You did.
Yeah, and I did
there's
do it
2
for
misses
show.
in a row.
So I'm
For
gonna
show.
take a couple. I'm gonna take a couple then.
I don't like that laugh. What?
First thing that you see is the kid has just been screaming and running, fists in the air at this dragon. And this dragon just swirls around him, lets out a breath of fire, and then like one of those like cartoony burned crisp characters, you know, where they're definitely still alive, but they're just like all soot and ash. His eyes just like blink, and he falls out.
Rozek's jaw is on the floor.
And I will say this, Rozek, you're the closest, so you probably see this. There's actually a chain around the dragon's neck, and
He's got some drip, huh?
yeah, he's got a necklace. It's 24 carats.
He got some ice on him, I see. Alright. Alright.
No, it is not a nice necklace. It is a chain that is. You can see it goes into that little crevice down south
Where he came from?
where he came from, and you're assuming eventually it would go taut and prevent him from moving around. And the buzzard wasps around you, Ren, start getting angry. Start
Oh.
vibrating and buzzing around you and start swarming around you. And a couple of them start getting close at it as if to sting you. And you sort of tumble out of the way at just the right moment. But I'm going to have you mark fatigue, please.
Will do.
And now back to you. Do you want to shift, principals? Or do you want to just sit there and let the buzzard wasps?
I'm a shift.
All right. Shifting towards forgiveness. So close to the end of the track. What do you do? What basic fighting technique?
Okay, so but it has to be in the category defend and maneuver still, even though I got a miss.
Correct. It has to be a defend and maneuver basic fighting technique.
Okay. In this case, ready. So Ren, after this diving roll, tries to scramble and reposition, like preparing to sprint away, but with the naginata like tucked under his arm, so that the blade is pointing diagonally past his back if anything dives at him.
Okay. At the end of the exchange, something interesting happens. Show your... let's do this. Show roll trick. And Che roll to push your luck.
7. I actually succeeded on something.
Yay! Good job, John.
Where it counts, I hope.
Hey, you're a success in my eyes.
Okay, whatever.
That makes one person in the room.
You have Justin's respect.
13.
And 13.
Well,
Never mind. I didn't succeed.
John.
Sorry. I forgot to. I'm insecure. I forgot about that. So -2. It's 5. It's another failure.
Okay.
But Che rolled a 13 on push your luck. So it cancels that.
Actually,
right?
14, because I
A
prepared.
14? That's not even possible.
Well, the trick was to try and keep up the ruse and make it look as though he was attacking you. And
Right.
I will keep your miss in mind. Che, you do see these. You see these crystals rocketing towards you, and you can pick them up and put them into your pouch if you want to.
Che reaches out, sort of, Neo stops the spikes and then sort of raises his other hand and has them arc into his pouch.
Yep, they do. And Sho and Che, you see this because Che, now you're looking in that direction and show you right there. The ball has been falling, and it looks like it's going wide. It looks like it's going to go over show and spleen. And all of a sudden, you see a stream of water hit this ball, make it land in the goal.
Well, hang on. Can I not use my prepared condition to do anything about that?
You're in between exchanges.
What?
What do you do?
I see it shift, and I just kick.
His head's in the game. He can't help himself.
I get it. I love it. Where do you kick it? What direction do you kick it?
Just away. I kick it over the water towards the opposite direction.
Okay, the
Back
opposite
the way it
direction.
came.
It knocks Rozak into the dragon.
It knocks Rozak into the dragon. It lands on this closest pillar to show and spleen's side. It's about 10 feet away from the platform. Che,
Yes.
you see flying in the air a flying figure that looks like Leeko and Rue.
She's like outside of the cage.
Mm-hmm. Flying above the stadium.
There's nothing I can do about that now, but I will make mental note of that later.
The ball falls, and here's what happens. You hear some shuffling behind that giant stone column cannon. Whatever, not cannon, but the megaphone. The stone megaphone. That's the word I'm looking for.
Voice cannon.
The voice cannon. Yes. The word cannon.
The word launcher.
You hear some shuffling, and all right, folks. Thank you so much for joining us. I am so sorry. I think we're gonna have to let you go home for the evening. It seems as though we've got some liars playing in the games tonight. I specifically told them that I really, really wanted a good show. So, let's put on a good show. And Rozak, you hear something from down south where the dragon came from.
Beside the dragon?
Not beside the dragon, like past.
No, I'm saying besides an entire dragon.
Aside from the
besides the dragon, correct. You hear as the chain gets dropped and the dragon starts flying loose into this arena. And next week, you will definitely have to fight these creatures. And they will not just be obstacles.
What is this?
Getting caught.
This is how we die.
This is how you die.
So that was just foreshadowing. You're like, Rozak, you see the chain. That was just good storytelling, huh?
Is this how it ends?
For all of you, potentially. Yeah, maybe.
I didn't even realize how long we were going. I was genuinely surprised by.
Yeah, Steve. You got any words for our listeners? Any thoughts?
Words for the word cannon.
Words for the word cannon. Launch some words at me, Steve. High velocity, please.
All right, here comes the trebuchet of terminology.
Brace!
Brace!
Brace! Steal yourselves!
All right, words.
Men, steal yourselves!
Words. Some words for you. Merch store, words. Patreon, White Lotus agent, merch store.
Okay, great. Now let's connect those words in a coherent sentence.
Oh, okay. I thought that covered it. We'd love
bring it
for
all
you
home.
to check out our new merch store. We're super excited about it. Go to flyingbisonpodcast.com and click on shop. Is this correct? Is it store or shop? Go figure out the word using context.
Store.
It's store.
Oh, thank you so much, Nick. Good save. They would have not known
If
what
one
to do.
doesn't work, the other one will.
Yeah. And if you love what you're listening to, we'd love for you to support us on Patreon. If you can't, I'm going to take Justin's fire here and just say, tell all your enemies.
Ooh, I like that.
I mean, I assume everyone who's listened for 40 episodes has completely run out of friends. So let's just move on.
It's true.
Tell,
And I would
If you
imagine
tell your enemies, they'll become your friends.
it's true. Or the opposite is if you've been telling all of your friends every episode we've released for the last 40 weeks, they may have become your enemies.
That's true.
And so
or
now you
tell
could-
your enemies not to listen to us. I mean, they'll do the opposite because they're your enemies.
Revenge listening. I'll show
Revenge
you.
listening. Spite listens. We count those. We count spite listens.
we
Yeah,
count
Spite
Hey,
listens
you shouldn't
count
listen to
so
them.
much.
You won't get it.
Spite downloads are still recorded.
I mean, I
Are still
love this
downloads.
show. It's kind of over your head, but it's a great show.
Yeah.
But if you ever felt like you were ready for that sort of
You wouldn't
thing.
get it. You wouldn't get it.
You can get it.
Yeah.
It's not for you.
On second thought.
Oh man. No, this show is for everybody. Tell all of your friends, tell all of your enemies. And for every friend and or enemy you tell, we will let you pit two of us up against each other in a good old fashioned English duel.
Is this a words duel, like the English
What
language?
makes it English?
Or like you mean like 10
pistols
paces?
at dawn.
10 paces with a
Oh.
flintlock?
Yep. Pistols at dawn.
It's like a Mexican standoff, but it's an English duel.
But English, yep.
Yep.
There's
You have
two
to speak
people
in British
instead of
accents.
three.
but-
Yeah,
Oh, of
It's more
course.
of a Jersey duel.
yeah.
A Joyzy duel.
What's a Jersey duel? Is that
That's
where
like
you
That's
face
that.
off, but there's a Jersey barrier in between you.
You
No,
stand.
because everything's legal in Jersey. So
No, it's a-
Bruce
where
Hamilton
Springsteen's
reference.
playing in
A jer-
the background?
A Jersey duel is you stand 35 feet apart from each other and just fist bump in the air while looking angry.
Bruce Springsteen's playing in the background. All right. Well, anyway, I can't wait to shoot Danny in the face in a duel.
With a
And
water
we'll see you next week. Bye.
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 See ya.
So fine.
Avatar Legends was developed and produced by Magpie Games. The worlds of Avatar The Last Airbender and Avatar The Legend of Korra are property of Viacom CBS. Intro music is Dizu by Sendai. Outro music is Tokyo Funk by LATG Music. Logo and art by Kate and Matthew Menke. You can find more of their work at pomakin.com, link in the show notes.